Hello, soul family. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Meghma, and I am an ego alchemy coach. I help awakened souls to heal relationship with your ego and claim a life of authenticity and sovereignty. Those of who you have been watching my videos, you must know that I am doing this 33 days of channeling, and this is because I have been called and I am getting this nudge to go into channelings more deeply, and that's why I'm trying this 33 days of channeling to see how this process resonates with me and also my viewers. So let me know how the messages sits with you and what you would like to hear more about. If you have any questions and stuff like that, drop them in the comments, and yeah, I will go through them and see how I can incorporate your feedback and comments back into these sessions. So today would be the fifth day. Yesterday I was doing this from my train seat, which was pretty cool. I kind of enjoyed that. And today I am recording this video from my friend's place where I am crashing for a day. Tomorrow I have my bus that will take me to the mountains. So I am pretty excited about my trip, but I want to show up every day and do a video. So sometimes the upload time is not as perfect or immediate because my access to internet will be subject to where I am on the road or in a remote mountain location. So I hope I don't have to take a break or whatever, and I hope to send these videos out every day. So enough of that, let's get into the reading. I want to keep this reading short and sweet. And so yeah, let's dive into the messages. So if you haven't watched my previous readings, the small recap would be the general theme of messages that we are getting, that I am pulling, and those of who we are tuning into this video are meant to receive at this point, is about new beginnings, and really brace ourselves and prepare ourselves to dive into these new beginnings that are coming our way. And even these new beginnings are super fun and super expansive. It's going to level you up, but the parts of us which are still tied to the old reality of ourselves, the old stories, the old identities, and those parts may still try to pull you back and cause resistance. And so that's okay, that's normal, and it's because you haven't yet stepped up into this new beginning and you don't have a clear picture of how exactly it's going to look like. The confusion, the doubts, the fears and anxiety, all that is normal. So sit with them and also remind yourself why you are so excited to embody your higher self, to jump onto your highest timeline and enjoy and receive all that you deserve. And the main advice or guidance that is coming through is about surrendering. Honestly, so due to my trip, I am back to Gurgaon, where I used to live before moving to Goa, and it had brought up so many memories and stuff that I was working through my healing process, um, and yeah, it felt heavy. Uh, so I wanted to share that, to tell you, to express that this healing journey is not always rainbows and unicorns. And sometimes when you are being asked to surrender a situation or your life or your process, it's not always easy to surrender, even though that's what we are being asked to do. So if you find yourself being resistant towards surrendering, finding it difficult to let go and stuff, just remember it's only human, okay? It's you wanted something pretty badly and it did not pan out as you expected it to be, but that's okay. It happens because it is supposed to happen for your growth, for your understanding, for your learning, so that you can take those lessons and those magic or from those painful experiences or setbacks and failures and use them in your next adventure, whether it would be a new business, a new job, moving to another city, a new relationship, friendship, a new identity. So if you are finding yourself stuck and clinging on to some things that you know you have to let go, and the universe is asking you to surrender, because once you surrender that energy, that story and the narrative, then the universal mind, the source, the universe can work its magic in it and bring back something that's, really really suits your vibration, suits your highest good. So yeah, I messages are kind of flowing through me today. Let's see if the cards have something similar to say as well. Oh, yep, wait for it. Interesting. Okay, the first card that we have today is the Wheel of Fortune. Like I was just talking about entering that new beginning, and the work, the energy work of releasing and allowing to flow with these turns of energy is what we need. And the two other cards, like I pulled three, and the other was the Father of Swords and Daughter of Swords. Daughter of Swords came up yesterday as well. I'm getting some repeated cards during this readings, which is kind of interesting. It's like it's weaving a continuous story. So I am very interested to see how we end up at the end of the 33 days. So today we are at day 5. So yeah, the wheels of fortune are turning, and you know what the number associated with card is 10. 10 is the end of a cycle and a beginning of a new one. And this is exactly what we are talking about. We are ending an old cycle, and old is always familiar and feels easy and safe, and sometimes our parts cling onto this old narrative, even if those narratives are pretty much self-sabotaging. It could be around unworthiness, the old cycle that you were in, that you felt unworthy of certain things, and now you're entering a new cycle where you will experience fulfillment, expression, love, joy, abundance, all that. But just because that's new and not familiar, and it seems insane that even though you know what's coming is so much better, you still tend to cling to the old stories of lack and unworthiness. And that's a tricky part of the human psyche, because we tend to associate truth with proofs, with what we can see. And even though we know what we desire, what we want is right in the corner of a turn of a wheel in the quantum field, we find it more comfortable to believe what we have already experienced, even though that experience was of lack and pain and fear and scarcity. Okay, the other two cards that we have is the Father of Swords and the Daughter of Swords, right? And swords is the element of air, thoughts. A sword is like, it's a tool. You can use a sword to, yeah, I don't know, cut a bread to feed somebody, or you can use the sword to take someone's life. You can use it to protect yourself, or to, blackmail someone. So our thoughts is exactly like these swords. Okay, you can use it to encourage yourself, uplift yourself, take care of yourself, and guide yourself, or you can use it to bring yourself down, criticize yourself, tell yourself that you won't make it and stuff. And this two cards back to back from swords and also from the royal suit of people, like the father and the daughter. Okay, and the daughter of swords is also about observation. So I was talking about how the message of surrendering comes. Okay, and what does it look like? How do you surrender to this while you are having this negative limiting thoughts and beliefs and fears coming up? How do you surrender to that? Do you give in to those fears? No, but you allow them to rise and observe and understand where you still hold those heavy energies, those limits, those fears and lacks. So through that observation, and also, and you see how the father of the swords, this is like the authority over your thoughts, that your brain is your bitch. And see how the sword is all like colorful and rainbow. It represents like when you are in alignment, your thoughts are in alignment with your essence, and you are the ruler of your mind. You are basically lit. Your swords becomes a lightsaber. You are a fucking Jedi. So yes, so what I'm getting again from these three cards alone is the key to turn the wheel of fortune in your favor is to master your own thoughts and observe. Sorry, like I meant to pick up the father of swords, to master your own thoughts, take charge of your mental realm and use your left side, the logical analytical side, and the right side, the dreamy creative side, in unison, in collaboration, in partnership, to create and establish your own empire, because you are worth it all. And the current energies are heavy, it's bringing up a lot of stuff. Okay, so if you feel like that, don't fall into the trap of thinking, oh my god, maybe I'm falling behind, I should be seeing this newness, this new beginnings already. But if you are just dealing with more old beliefs and negative thoughts, then you just need to sit back, relax, and observe what's coming up. As you observe and become more aware of your patterns and stuff, you give the opportunity, and like, see, first thing is to observe and surrender to whatever is coming up. Okay, just observe and see, and then use your brain and thoughts to affirm and to choose what is that you want to align with. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so it's, you first observe what thoughts are coming up, which thoughts are your friends, which thoughts are no longer your friends. Maybe once upon a time they were, because they were protecting you and they served you well, but in this new reality that you are embarking on, and that wheels is changing, the times are turning, and you're embarking on a new journey, and some thoughts wouldn't be a friend. For example, you would not take a woolen sweater if you are going to a trip in the desert. So you will leave them at home, or you will donate them or sell them. So with good intentions, maybe they will serve someone else better right now. Okay, Five of Swords. And really choose, pack your bag wisely depending on where you're going. Okay, so get clear on where you're going. Okay, let's see. Oh, holy Okay, again, as we were talking, the two cards that came up were the Five of Swords. It represents conflicts in your thoughts. You see, the observation I was telling you to do is which thoughts are contradicting and conflicting in your mental realm. I could give an example like if you want to have your own business, and you're working towards it already, but there are thoughts coming up saying you won't be able to handle it, you are not worth it, nobody in your family ever did it, who do you think you are, or similar thing. You want to be in a loving relationships and experience romance, but you're have this old thoughts around a fear of intimacy and love and how you are not worthy of it or you don't deserve it. So there is this conflicts and contradictions coming up for us to observe. Okay, not judge them, not condemn them, but to observe. Again, 10 of Wands. Like wands are our fire energy, our energy to create, our passions. And you see how dark this card is. Okay, it's because it is telling us there is like too much. You can be feeling that there is a lot of this pressure or energy, even kind of a pressure to follow your passion and follow your truth, and there's a lot of push maybe from yourself or from your teachers or friends or some external thing that is telling you that you need to go and follow through your goals and stuff, and you want to, but with the current energies of these conflicts and this heaviness, this is not a place to act from. Nothing good will come, even with the best intention, the highest and the most strongest efforts. Not much good will come if you are taking a step or action from this space. Okay, so what to do? Again, third time in a row, guys, you can't make this up. The Hanged Man. Like, go and check out the last two videos. Okay, this card is following us. It's all about surrender, and I can feeling that it's getting a little difficult right now to surrender because um, we want to go and get it, right? Like, a couple of cards fell out. I wanted to ask, what can we do? What can we do to surrender better, to um, enjoy our ride and learn and not get flustered or feared as we progress through these energies and integrate these energies? What do we need to do? Okay. Oh, my Lord. Okay. The first two cards that already fell out are so interesting. It's Three of Cups and Three of Swords. We are getting so many swords energies, right? And the third card that I pulled to sum up the answer on what we need to do to utilize those energies and make progress during these energies, heal ourselves rather than getting caught up in the negative thoughts and heaviness that is surrounding us, that is coming up to be cleared. How can we make sure that we release them and not shove them back into our energetic fields? So the Three of Cups is all about connections. Surround yourself with people who uplift you, who lets you be yourself, holds that loving, non-judgmental, warm space for you to fully express yourself. Surround yourself with those people. If you don't have many such people in your life, because after awakening, when you're exploring all this metaphysical stuff, you kind of outgrow your current group of people and friends. So if that's happening with you, I would suggest you go online and seek out a community. I am also building my own community. We have a few members, and I would love if some of you want to come in and join. Um, I'll share the link for the community registration below. You just have to give us your email, and voila, we're done. And then you can come and interact with similar like-minded people, and I get on there weekly to share some insights, some topics and knowledge. Anyway, so yeah, that was about the Three of Cups, right? Surround yourself with people who uplift you and lets you see how awesome you are, supports your vision and goals, and not criticize you and not tell you this is impossible, this is too much. Okay, next was the Three of Swords. Now, this is a card of heartbreak, and this is the energy I have been feeling today. The Five of Swords, the Ten of Wands, and the Three of Swords, the heaviness, the pain, old stuff coming up, and kind of showing us how we have broken our own heart, how we have held ourselves back. And the remedy to it is also being shown in all other swords cards that we pulled. Because again, the Son of Swords, we almost have the entire collection. The daughter and the father is what we drew earlier, and now as the answer of what we can do to make this healing more effective for us, we have the Son of Swords. And you see how determined this guy is and how pointed and directed his focus is. So this is what we are being asked to practice and develop, that focusing of our sword and our thoughts, like cultivating the ability to gather your thoughts into one sharp knife or sword to cut through any blockages that you have, to go after what you really want and have that clarity of mind, that sense of direction. So this is something that we are moving towards, and in times of confusion, just remind yourself that you have the power to shape your thoughts. And yeah, I want to just remind about this, the Hanged Man, the surrender. If it's getting too much, do something that makes you happy, that makes you feel aligned with yourself and the future that you want to create, the present that you want to experience, and do those things. It will help your energy and your vibration so much. Honestly, before I came on to this recording today, I was feeling kind of heavy, and I realized that if I let myself, I'll spend the rest of the evening feeling like this and ruminating and thinking about what ifs, why not, and all that. And so this challenge of coming on this video every day and sharing this stuff is what really got me excited. I'm like, yes, that's something that I can do. That's something I would love to do, and that's in alignment that with the whole mission work that I'm doing. Since there is so much swords and air energy into this reading, I am reminded of something that I shared in the community group the other day. Is about the air arcanum, right? And what it says, like your thoughts are clouds passing in the sky. Have you ever seen that, observed that? I'm sure you have, right? That thoughts pass through in the sky, sorry, the clouds pass through in the sky, and those are your thoughts, and sometimes you look at them, you see certain shapes, you give meanings to them, you interpret them. Sometimes they don't make any sense, but being that king of swords energy is about understanding that you are the air that shapes these clouds, not only the person who is looking at them and giving them meaning or trying to see some shapes and animals and faces in them, but also the air that shapes them. And you have the power always to reshape and restructure your thoughts. So that's something I shared in the group other day, and I think it's a beautiful way of understanding our being, our entirety, our consciousness and our awareness. So yeah, that's all for today. I am way over my stipulated time, but I enjoyed connecting with you. And honestly, who knows where I will be tomorrow and how short the video or long the video would be. So let's find out. Join me back. Thank you so much for today. I love you. Happy Ascension.